Have you ever wondered what the most underrated aspect in NBA history was? The list of great rebounders in NBA history is quite extensive, but when you look at the list, something strange regarding them stands out. Almost all of the great rebounders in NBA history are underrated in a sense. But why exactly is that? Is it because rebounding is not as important as offense or overall defense? Is that even true, by the way? Or because it's not flashy and exciting to watch? Well, even though those are very genuine questions, the big question, and the question that I would like to answer in this video, is just how important rebounding is to winning. And does it have the potential to determine which team will win the finals every year? Let's get controversial for a second. If I told you that rebounding can be more valuable than defense the same way offense at times is, or that it can be more valuable than offense the same way defense can be at times, would you disagree? Honestly. Even though this is true, the point that I want to make is that rebounding is essential for both great offenses and defenses. Let me show you and explain what I mean by this. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you guys a clip from 1973. Now, there's two reasons I'm showing you this. This clip does a wonderful job explaining what I'm trying to show you guys with footage. And secondly, it allows me to give a shout out to the players of the past, which I'm obviously going to take. And it's extremely rare footage. So, yeah. But the Bulls are up 92-91 over the Lakers. The Lakers need a defensive stop and a scoring possession to be able to win the game. As you can see, the Bulls come up. They come up, they do the classic typical pick and roll, which is good offense, but this is just better defense. Obviously, Will gets into a position where he's able to contest a shot. He blocks it. Now, I want you to pay attention. Will is up, right? His feet still have not touched the ground. He could technically jump and tip the ball if Wilt doesn't jump quick enough. But Wilt was able to get into a position to get the rebound right away. And this is where I'm going to point out something. If he doesn't get the rebound, that defensive play was useless because the Bulls still score. So that beautiful block that he got would have been useless if he doesn't get the rebound. But because he got the rebound, he secured the defensive possession for the team, which is a very important point. And I'm going to make that point with the next clip that I'm going to show you. But another point that I'm going to make is that rebounding affects offense, whether it's a defensive or an offensive rebound. Why? Because of the outlet pass on defense and obviously the second chance opportunities or putbacks on offense. But here we have an outlet opportunity where Wilt got instantly into a outlet position. Obviously looks like a quarterback. He throws a beautiful pass with a backward spin. It bounces up so it doesn't bounce out of bounds. Gail Goodrich catches it, makes an easy layup to win the game. That's one of the greatest clips I've ever seen in my entire life. And I think it does a wonderful job at showing how valuable rebounding is, right? While both promoting offense and defense. Now I'm going to show you the second clip. This one I think more of you will be familiar with. Alright, so we're in the second clip. Obviously this, you instantly know what this is. As you can see, the Spurs are playing great defense, and I want you to remember that. LeBron takes a three. Now this technically is a great shot for LeBron because that's the most open he would have gotten against this team, right? And even then, he still wasn't even open like that. Now, this is where it really changes because the Spurs did not have Tim Duncan out here, which made it very difficult for them to secure the rebound. Now, if they were able to come down, and was able to come down, put a body on Chris Bosh, and get the rebound, it would have secured the game. They would have won the game. They would have won the championship. But because they weren't able to, Chris Bosh got the rebound, and Ray Allen made an incredible three-point shot. Bang, tied the game. Now, one thing I want you to remember is this is why offensive rebounds are so essential, but it also shows why defensive rebounds are necessary, right? Because that was great defense, but if they couldn't secure the rebound. Therefore, this was an entire, LeBron was open too here, but this was an entire waste of time just because they were not able to secure the rebound. And I wanted to make this one as short as possible because there is no outlet here. But yeah, and a matter of fact, if they would have gotten the rebound, look where Tony Parker is. If Tim Duncan was here, Tim Duncan gets the rebound, Tony books it, he's already in front of LeBron, he gets the pass, whoever this, I think that's Boris Diaw, they follow and they probably get a layup. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the next portion of the video. I try to make this side short. Hopefully I did a good job enough, The year is 1996. The Chicago Bulls added Dennis Rodman, one of the greatest rebounders ever, and won 72 games and a championship. But let's take a closer look at the finals. You probably expect Michael Jordan to have an extremely dominant finals series leading the team to victory, but you would be mistaken. The great Michael Jordan had a rough series, only shooting 41% from the field. And this is nothing against him, but when you take a closer look at a game-by-game basis, you notice something spectacular. Take Game 2 for example. MJ shot 9 for 22 and this team still won. But if you take a closer look, Dennis Rodman had 11 offensive rebounds and a total of 20 rebounds. These were the difference makers. Or Game 6 to seal the series. MJ shot 5 for 19, a rough shooting night indeed, but Dennis Rodman again had 11 offensive rebounds and 19 total rebounds, which were the difference makers. As a matter of fact, many people believe that because of the offensive rebounding of Dennis Rodman in those essential games, that he could have won a Finals MVP instead of Michael Jordan. If that isn't saying something, I know exactly what will. Alright, to answer the most important question in this video, can rebounding determine the winner of an NBA Finals? After going through every Finals matchup since rebounds began to be recorded in 1955, I have some statistics to show you. By winning the rebounding edge, teams had about a 57% chance of winning the NBA Finals. By losing the rebounding edge, teams still had about a 37% chance of winning the NBA Finals. But that's not it. Let's break it down into categories. On the screen is an explanation of my research. A couple of things that stand out is how having a 3+ rebound advantage makes a noticeable difference. But what I want to focus on is the 3+ rebound disadvantage. Even though 10 times as a team won while being completely out-rebounded, 5 of those would be considered outliers. And they go as follows. 1958, the Hawks beat an injured Celtics team with Bill Russell. 1969, Wilt was on the opposing teams. The Celtics won that year. 1970, Wilt was on the opposing team. The Knicks super team won that year. 1973, Wilt again was on the opposing team. The Knicks super team again won that year. And in 2018, the 2018 Warrior super team won that year. To conclude, yes, the finals are usually determined by who wins the rebounding edge. When excluding the outliers, 66% of the time the team with the rebounding edge wins the championship. But beside predicting the finals, the best way to explain the value of rebounding is simple. Rebounding is as essential to a great offense as much as great passing and shooting are as well. And rebounding is as essential to a great defense as protecting the rim and blocking shots are as well. To put it simple, rebounding is a two-way ability in a world of specialists.